Hello everyone and welcome to GoFormative number 43 on the area of triangles and trapezoids. So here's how this lesson works. Up at the top here are equations and examples of shapes and the equations below. So for example, this is a rectangle. Here's the equation. Area equals base times height. Take this number, times it by this number, then you're done. Parallelogram, you take this number and times it by this number. Okay. This is a trapezoid. It's a little more complicated equation. However, base 1, base 2. Base 1 is going to be the top. Base 2 is the longer one. Add those together and then cut it in half. It's like finding the average of the two bases. So if that's 10 and that's 20, you got to do 10 plus 20 make 30. Cut it in half, it's 15. Once you have that number, then times that by the height, and that'll be the trapezoid. A triangle, any three-sided shape, you're going to do base times height, but then you're going to cut it in half. And remember that triangles are half of rectangles. So you can do any of these problems. Here are 5 examples of how to do them. So if you want to see them, you just go back to that. Let me show you how this works. Pick any problem from below. So pick any problem from below. And let's just say, for the sake of this, I pick a triangle. And if I don't remember how to do a triangle, I can just go back and see what a triangle looks like. And then plug those in. If I see I want to do this one, okay, trapezoid, base 1, base 2, and the height. If I don't remember that formula, right, I just go back, look for the trapezoid, see what they did. Base 1, base 2 were added together, cut it in half, and then you times that by the height. Okay. So really you have a map and you really don't need me. I am going to try a couple so you can see them. Let's do this one. We see the height is 7.7. Keep in mind that a common mistake is that kids think 8 is the height. 8's not the height. 7.7 is the height. So what we want to do is make sure we know 15 and 7.7. And we go back and we look at how to do one of those. Here it is. What did they do? They did the side length times the height. So we're going to do that too. We're just going to multiply two things together. So that is going to be area equals 15 times your 7.7. And then you can do that in your calculator and figure out that answer. Here's a triangle. Base times height. Keep in mind that the 20 is not the height or the base. The base is here. Height is here. But it's not just 20 times 16. You're going to have to do area equals, or 12 times 16. Cut it in half. So do the math and then cut it in half. That's a triangle. A few more. Let's look at this one. See the height right there? 15. 21 is not the height. 15 is the height. The parallelogram is 69 across, so you're going to do area equals 69 times 15. That's that answer. The hardest ones are just the trapezoids. That's it. So let's do one more trapezoid. See that? 37.3. There's the height. 14 is the height. So you're going to do base 1, base 2. If you forgot the formula, it looks something like this. 1/2 times base 1 plus base 2. And then you're going to times it by the height. Base 1, 37.3. Base 2 is 26. We want half of that, and then we're going to times it by 14. So as far as your calculator goes, you're just punching those numbers in. $37.3 plus 26. Cut it in half, and then we're going to times it by 14. So 443.1. 443.1. And it's going to be units square on that. And there's no units on anything, so you can just type in the answer. You're all good. All right. Thanks for